So in this video, I want to demonstrate on how you can treat scaly leg mites. So, as you know, scaly leg mites, these are parasites that usually infest on our chicken's legs, and then the legs start to turn into, like, they become dry. So it is a parasite that you cannot see with your naked eyes. It infests on your chicken legs, and then those dry things, the dry stuff that come out, they are like the droppings of those parasites. And when they become too much, which with my chicken, like the rooster that I had, it was very much like it became way too much. Okay, because I was busy looking for a solution, trying to find out what can work out. And as you know, the way I practice my poultry farming is a way whereby I need to find a cheaper way on how to treat any infection that comes into my poultry house. So for those people who have followed me on this YouTube channel, we will notice that I usually use things which are free in order to, maybe I can say, strengthen the immune system of my chickens. And also on this same particular problem that I had here, I was looking forward to find a way on how I can treat these scary leg mites in a cheapest way. So if you look at this chicken, this is my rooster's legs. Look at the way they looked. So I had to apply petroleum jelly, a cheap remedy that you can use to treat scaly legs, which is these are mites which usually infest on our chicken's legs. So if you look at this, they were very big. They were too much, because I was busy looking at my chickens and I was like, this isn't normal. Okay, this is not the way a chicken is supposed to be. But I was looking for a way which could be fast, but it seems like they had to multiply like real fast. And on my rooster, it's the one that started. With the hens that I have, there's no problem with them. They don't have these scary legs. But if you look at this rooster right here, if you look at it, at some point I had to find it a little bit limping. Then that's when I knew like this situation is getting worse. So I decided, okay, let me get to find out what could be the cheapest way for me to use in order to treat these scary legs. So I started doing my research. I had to find, you can use vegetable oil, you can use petroleum jelly, and you can use also other synthetic medications, which happened to be people like the people who were using these synthetic medications, which they bought in the agrovets. They were giving out feedback to say they didn't manage to get rid of these scary legs mites. So I was like, I need to find a cheapest solution on how I can treat these parasites, you understand? So I was busy searching and doing all my research. Then finally I found what could work out, which is petroleum jelly. So when I applied this day, it was in the night, because it's easy for you to apply when it's in the night. It's very easy because your chickens won't be like making a lot of noise. But the other day I had to like apply it during the day, because at least I had to see some improvement. And after that night, I left the chicken for 3 days so that I can see if they'll come off on their own, which at some point, some of them which were not really that strong, they came out on their own. But the other ones, on this same video, you'll be able to see how I managed to like take them out. So like if you look at here, there are some which came out without me touching them. But now on this other day, after 3 days, I had to now get the chicken, which is this day. So on this day, it was during the day. I left the chicken for 3 days. Then if you look, there are some that came out on their own. Then there's this big thing which is here. It's the one now that I knew like, okay, this one needs to be taken out like by me, because it was very, very strong. But the other ones, if you look, they were just coming out very much okay. They came out on their own. But this big thing that you are seeing over here, the one that I was trying to force like to make it come out, it came out, though left a little bit of a injury on my cock. You see just right here. You know, I do these videos to show you exactly what I've done and to show you exactly what I do, because I cannot be a good teacher to every poultry farmer if I don't show them the results of the things that I'm doing. This is why I usually post everything, how I did it, how many days it took. So if you see here, I was taking off these particles which you are seeing right here, so which they came out like very successful. I had no issues at all. And on this same video, if you continue just watching, you will be able to see how the chicken lao looked after I removed. Look how big this was, which made my chicken uncomfortable. So you see, they were coming out because I was like, oh, okay, since these they cannot, because they're too big, they can't come out on their own. So I decided like, okay, I'll be able to remove them. So I tried also to remove the other things, but the most important part that I was looking at is to remove first the bigger particles. Those bigger particles, they're the ones that I went for. So if you look for the other parts, I didn't bother to remove them because I saw like they came out on their own. But these bigger ones, I just needed to force them to remove them out. So I was removing here. The first one that I removed, it was the one that was hard, but this other one, it was very soft. I removed it like very easily. It wasn't much of a work. So if you see here, this came out just without a lot of difficulties. See, we're just coming out without any problem. So they came out. Then the chicken, I think it even had a relief. And just imagine, this day, it is a day I was also doing my deworming, strengthening of the immune system. You know, when we are doing organic poultry farming and giving remedies which are organic, we're not only doing one thing. We are doing maybe 5 or 4 things at the same time within that medication. This is why I love organic medications. You can do synthetic if you don't have these organic remedies within your means, so it is very much okay. So after here, if you see petroleum jelly, the petroleum jelly that I used, that one in a yellow bottle, very cheap, it's not too expensive, you can use it on your chickens instead of you maybe bothering buying these other expensive medication, because the goal for me to produce videos and to keep organically chickens and show it to my subscribers is to make sure you get the cheapest means to treat any infection that comes into your poultry, and also to produce good quality chickens within those cheap stuffs that I'm giving you. So I managed to remove, but I needed to also put like add petroleum jelly again. But on this same day, because I had to misplace the petroleum jelly, so what I did, I used vegetable oil, which is cooking oil. I had to put on those scary mites after I was done removing the bigger ones, and the other ones that looked like they can come out, I removed them. Then I opted to since I don't want to force the other ones, because maybe my chicken will start breeding. Like if you see here, it had to breed a little bit. It wasn't that too much. It had to breed just a little bit. Then I started adding vegetable oil to it. Then I waited for 2 days. Then some of the other scales came out. Then again, after I waited for 2 days, I checked, then I had to go back to petroleum jelly, because with petroleum jelly, it happened that these scales, they came out like real fast. Within the 4 days, they came out. So I came back to petroleum jelly and said, okay, let me add petroleum jelly again, which is now I added on this same video. Let me just speed up a little bit, then I'll be able to show you, but I'm sure we are almost reaching. So So we are removing these because I need to make sure that those that could come out, they should come out, so that when I apply the petroleum jelly, it will be easy and very smart. So the other chickens didn't have this. So these were coming out because I needed them to come out, so that when I apply the petroleum jelly again, it's okay, good to go. And actually I checked also for the mites, if the chickens have mites on their bodies, which happened that they don't have, which I'm happy about, because if they had, I'm supposed to treat also those mites. I need to dust the chickens, which means I need to get some dust, that like powder form, to use it on them. But I think the reason why they don't have is because I have a place where I had to put a dish on. Then I usually put in sand in the dish so that the chicken can have sand bath. I put sand in there, then on the sand I also add up wood ash, so that when they're praying in there, because chickens have sense to say, if we pray in this sand, we are like, they are like, I can say they are trying to make sure the mites, which might maybe try to come in their body, when they enter into the sand, it's like they die, because they get, I don't know how I can explain this, but mostly those mites die because maybe they get, when the sand enters maybe into their system, they start to die. Maybe I can explain it easily that way. It's not easy to explain how it happens, but it seems like chickens know better to take care of their bodies. So right here, you're seeing here this that I was adding, because there was I misplaced my petroleum jelly. I don't know where I had to put it, so I had no option but to opt into cooking oil. So here I was adding some cooking oil to its legs, which is also known as vegetable oil. So we were, so as you see here, I was trying to put on the parts which I saw like, okay, there are still these scary legs, because you can't start ripping them off and off. As you saw on the other part, I had to rip it off, then blood started to come out. I think I wasn't just like gentle, that's why it happened like that. But after applying here, I left it for 2 days. Then after 2 days, I had to see like, okay, there are some changes, which I'm really happy how now the chicken looks, because as in for now, the scaly legs have come out, those scales have come out, and the chicken is walking very well. And it seems like the chicken has become friendly with me now, because it used to come and be aggressive on me and just hit me. So you see right here, so these you're seeing here just add up. So if you look at the way it looks, it's better than the way it was at first. So we do our final touches right here. So after 2 days, I had to put this. Then after 2 days, on the 3rd day, I had to go back to petroleum jelly, because petroleum jelly was like real quick and real fast to reacting to this. So one of the ways you can cheaply treat scaly legs is use petroleum jelly. Okay, there are some people that will use gasoline. Okay, they'll add gasoline into chicken's legs, which I don't feel like it's very healthy, and I don't think I would advise somebody to use kerosene, like gasoline, not kerosene, gasoline to their chickens, because it is a one-time thing whereby when you just put into your chickens, then it will kill the all parasites. But I don't feel like it's the best way to treat your chickens. I think the best way is you using petroleum jelly, which is also affordable and also good for the healthy of your chickens, because I feel like if your chickens happen to like try to scratch on those scary legs, then they might end up consuming gasoline, which will also maybe affect their healthy. So the best way is cooking oil, which is also, you can say, vegetable oil. You just put into your chickens affected parts, because it's only the legs. And one advice is, like, if you see your other chickens are also having this, which for me, I only had this, and this hen that you're seeing right here, which is passing over here, and this they are the ones that had these scary legs, and I treated them, and yeah, the results came out okay. So if you look at here, I was capturing how the chicken now looks after the treatment. See how the legs now look. This is better than the way it was. I'm able to see now my chicken's legs. Like, it is actually, let's just take it will come across here. So you see, this is how now the chicken looks. Look at the legs now. So these are the ones, those parts are the ones that I'm looking forward to see how they'll come out. So see how the chicken looks now. This is very much okay, and now the chicken is very comfortable. See? So now this is the day I started adding petroleum. This is another day where I had to repeat to put on petroleum jelly. It's very big cork, eh? This is the best breed of the chicken. You know, you always need a cork that is big enough, so that you have a breed that will come out which will be strong and which will be big. So this is petroleum jelly. Very cheap and affordable for those who are like me, who wants to spend less on their chickens, because you know, when it comes to keeping of local chickens, especially these, it's not easy to start making an income out of them. So you have to make sure you look for ways that will be cheap, that will be affordable, that will be effective, and that will reduce expenses. So here I added again petroleum jelly, because with the, I think with the vegetable oil, which is the cooking oil, I can say the process of it, like removing the scary mats, is a little bit slow. It is working, but it's different with when you use petroleum jelly. Petroleum jelly, very fast and very easy, because I was trying to see which one is going to be fast, which happened to be like petroleum jelly is the best treatment for these scary legs. In case you want to treat your chickens, use petroleum jelly. It will be very fast and very easy, and it's affordable. Cooking oil, yeah, it is effective, it works, but I think it's a little bit slow. It's a bit slow, because with petroleum jelly, after 4 days, petroleum jelly was still, I could see it there, still along the chicken legs. But when I had to add the vegetable oil, which is the cooking oil, within a day, it had to dry up. It all dried up. Okay, this is just the experience that I had, but I think it works out, because it worked. It removed some of the other parts of the scary legs, which I think it was effective. Okay, but in case you want something that will just not stress you like way too much, petroleum jelly, the cheaper one, like this yellow one, I think should be less than 10 kwacha. I think if it's more than 10 kwacha, I think no, it should be less than 10 kwacha. Yeah, because for me, I just sent someone to buy this one, then started applying it to my chicken. So you see here. So that's how you treat scaly legs. Easiest and cheapest. So in case you are new to the channel, my name is Steven, a very passionate poultry farmer who will teach you tricks and tips on how to run a poultry farming business affordably and easy, and also make sure you keep your chickens healthy. So I am your poultry success plug, whereby you just come in, subscribe, watch all my videos, don't miss any video. You will learn something out of the day when you try to watch my videos. Definitely, I won't lie to you, I show the things that I do, I show the routines, I show everything that I do here, so that you are able to also apply them to your poultry farming business. So if you look right here, I'm done with this, and you have seen how we've managed to take out those scaly legs, and it was successful, and our chicken is very much okay. If you look here, the legs now look okay, better than the way it was, which simply means that this is working out, and it's the way to go, and it's a way that could really help you in treating this cheaply and easily. Like I've always said, I always look for ways that are cheap, ways which are also effective into treating this. So petroleum jelly is the goal for you. Treat your scary legs and your chickens will be okay. But mostly, one advice I'll give you is do it in the night. Okay, do it in the night. Pick a chicken one by one, but it is not easy when you have a big flock. So if you have a big flock, what I would say is use vegetable oil, which is cooking oil, whereby you just put it in a bucket, you put your chicken in for maybe 5 minutes, then the chicken will soak in there, then you put it back, then you bring the other chicken, just like that. But in case if you have a lot of chickens, I think you need a handout, like you need somebody to help you, maybe 2 or 3 people, then everyone has their own bucket where they're putting in the legs of the chicken. Then you could be quick and you could be fast, and you can be done easily and very fast. But if you are too many again, you can still use the same method, petroleum jelly. One picks this chicken, put on petroleum jelly. Just imagine, we vaccinate our chickens one by one. If it's an injection vaccination, we use a needle one by one, which means even treating this, we can still do it easily, and it can be done, I think, because of the welfare of our chicken. We need it. So guys, that's it.